Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Deakin Uni Women's Match of the Round. We're coming to you live for the first time ever from Holm Park Reserve. It's a double header out here today between the Beaconsfield. First up, we've got the Beaconsfield women's side taking on the North Ringwood women's side in Division 1. North Ringwood looking to take a spot into the top four with a win this weekend potentially, whilst Beaconsfield looking to cause a bit of an upset out here on their home track. I'm Josh Ward, joined this morning by Scott Hardy, and immediately off the bat we're joined by the women's coach and the president of the Beaconsfield Football Club, Troy Robinson. Troy, thanks for coming on and having a chat with us before what is a big day in general out here at Holm Park.
Yeah, no, it's great to have you out here, and it's great to be given the opportunity to actually host our club today. So, yeah, I think you said there you haven't been here before, so yeah, hopefully you can walk away with some good memories of a great day of footy for the Beaconsfield Footy Club.
Well, I'm enjoying it already so far. The facilities are quite magnificent out here. If you're having a look on the YouTube screen, the ground is in really good nick, but the girls must be excited about playing in a match of the round once again and against a North Ringwood side that you faced a fair bit in the last 2 seasons.
Yeah, we've actually spoken about it through the week, and we know North Ringwood, we got them last year, and they got us in the finals there, and a couple of times we've come up against them, and they've just managed to get the job done on us. So today, it's we've really talked about what we need to do just to stay in the game, be competitive, and hopefully get to the back end of the game and the results can go our way.
And a couple of inclusions as well. Kira Emery coming back into the lineup, and young Ava Stillwell into the lineup as well. What do they bring to the table? But a couple of big losses as well. Madison Blackburn and Laurie Metcalf and Jessie Deakin, and a couple more laid outs as well. But still plenty of talent on the park there for the side.
Yeah, look, we're really excited. Kira's got fantastic skills, so she's a fantastic player. She can play both sides of her body. She can run the whole game out. So we're going to run her through the midfield today. And she's got a fair role that she'll play for us today. Young Ava Stillwell comes back in. She's been out for about the last 5 weeks with an injury, and she's probably the youngest girl on our list, but she's got so much upside, and she'll play defensive for her today. So we're super excited just to get her to play footy again. So we'll watch her, and hopefully we get her through, and she comes through unscathed and gets ready for next week for her.
And Troy, it's interesting having you here as obviously coach and president. So we don't really get that much to talk to the president. So how do you find juggling both roles? Obviously both quite demanding, I would imagine. And how are you finding that? Yeah, look, it's fortunate for me. I've been doing it for a number of years now. I'm pretty passionate about female footy, but the benefit of the female footy, and it's not a KPI for the club. It's members, they're people, they're families that come into our club, and they bring a different element of supporters into our club as well, because we've got the families, we've got the mums playing. So it's really important that, for me, we invest in that, and that's really what our club's all about. It's the culture of, it's not a boys' footy club, it's not a girls' footy club, we're Beaconsfield Footy Club, and that's all of us. And it's an amazing facility here for some people who haven't had the chance to come down here. I would suggest coming down here. It's my first time down here, but an amazing sort of ground, an amazing sort of setup, and obviously that what you're talking about, that community sort of involvement, has probably helped the club get to where it is. Can you sort of talk a bit more about the community and what that involvement has been like over probably the last few years, I'd suggest, especially coming out of COVID? Yeah, look, obviously, or pre-COVID was probably completely different circumstances where we are today, but probably coming out of the back end of COVID, it's been a bit of a challenge. We found getting people back on the park, getting that buy-in, and particularly we've had a lot of turnover and also some of our younger players, and more so in the women's, because a lot of them were involved in nurses and teachers and all that stuff. So a lot of restrictions were imposed on them, so their priorities changed. But coming out of the back of that, we recognise that, and we've done a lot of programs away from footy. So this week we've just come off the back of doing a program with Outside the Locker Room, compulsory club events. So we do a lot of that stuff that buys in, and then we're heavily involved with a lot of our sponsors that are local organisations. So we're pretty lucky, and we're fairly blessed that we've got a really good relationship with a lot of local businesses here, which we attract them down, and we'll see a lot of them will be down here today. So it's the investment that we also put back in. So it's not a one-way street for us. So we do make sure that we do a lot in recognising what goes on out in the local areas, and all of that stuff that's important for us as well.
And of course, this is your second season in the EFNL after a couple of seasons in the AFL out east. Just how much is the club enjoying being in the EFNL and in both Division 1 competitions, both fairly competitive as well?
Yeah, look, when we made the decision to come across to Eastern, it was effectively what we called decision for life. This is where we want to be. We think the standard, the competition, just on-field, off-field, it's fantastic. So we're loving it. The competition is competitive from top to bottom. So yeah, we're relishing it. We love it. It's great.
Well, Troy, we better let you go because
Cool.
we've got your opposing coach, Joel Hanson, to join us now. Thanks for having a chat for not just about the women's side, but the Beaconsfield Football Club in general. And good luck today for every match taking place out here.
Cool. Have a great day. Thanks,
Thank you,
guys.
Troy. As Julian Hanson, the North Ringwood. Well, let's go immediately, Jules. Thanks for jumping on. Only one game outside the top four now. The girls must be excited and raring to go for this final month of the season and today as well.
Yeah, we've got a lot of belief in the club at the moment. We've been building towards it, and we're improving week on week. So, yeah, look, the key is we've got belief in what we can do. So, we are excited. Yep.
And a good win last weekend as well against Knox out at Knox Gardens Reserve. That must have really pleased you to get over the top of them.
Yeah, look, we played 3 really good quarters, right? So we almost strung the whole game together. But, yeah, look, it's improvement all the time, and really pleased with that. We knew how important it was last week.
And you've got a few outs this week. Is Hoffman out for today's game?
Just today's game.
Just today.
Yeah.
Is that through injury or is that just
work?
Okay, yeah.
She's selfishly had to work.
Yeah. How are you finding that balance? Obviously, when people are finding work a little bit more, sort of obviously paying the bills, and obviously in this current climate that we live in, how are you finding sort of juggling the numbers and filling the sides?
Look, not particularly difficult. We've got a pretty healthy list of starters, and from our very best player to our players that need some assistance, there's not a big gap.
Yep.
So we've got consistency there. We've got flexibility. It's just the next girl steps up.
Yep.
So no issue there. We've got some quality forwards down there that will more than cover it.
Yep.
So comfortable, but she's a good player.
Yeah, great player, and she's been scoring some good goals for you. So, look, we appreciate your time and coming up here. We know you're a busy man. You got a bit on today. It's going to be a big game down here. Looking forward to the
We don't underestimate it. We know how important it is.
And have the girls played at this ground particularly?
On that ground there.
On that one, yeah. So a little bit different of a change. Does that change the role at all, or just feel it the same?
Combi's similar. Combi's a big ground.
Yep.
And, one of our strengths is we know how to use the width of the ground. So that's what we're looking to do.
Thank you very much for your time. We appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you to Jules Hanson there, and a nice outro there from yourself, Scotty. It's great to finally be alongside you. We've been due for a women's call in a couple of weeks' time. The last time we did a women's game was North Ringwood and Knox, and that was round 2, and that was 2 points as well. So hopefully something similar, but as the toss has just been done, Beaconsfield will be kicking to the right of your screens, or to
and we do appreciate both coaches. I know that, was sort of fine timing, and obviously Jules wants to have a word with his troops, which is understandable. In what is a big game for North Ringwood, it's coming up against Beaconsfield, and we've spoken a little bit, you and I, off air and in the week sort of leading up, and we're sort of just talking about, I think North Ringwood find the scoring a little bit better. We've got those stats which I'll sort of pull up shortly. So we were talking about that 5-game sort of trend, and if you look at sort of averages, North Ringwood scoring at roughly 58.2 points in the last 5 games, whereas Beaconsfield's 33.4 points. So a little bit of a differential, and last time these two teams met, which was Saturday the 27th of May, North Ringwood were 49 to Beaconsfield 27, which I sort of feel is, roughly in line with that, but obviously having Hoffman out, one of their leading goal scorers, you probably got a few stats.
Yeah, so there's other players as well. Elisa Wilson has come into the side this year from the North Ringwood Juniors and has kicked 13 goals in 9 senior games this year as well. So she's definitely an option up forward. Carly Forbes as well. Since their inaugural season, she's kicked 20 goals. Taylor Dean is a proven goal kicker. They have plenty of scoring options. For Beaconsfield, their leading goal kicker, Katie Angelis, 13 and 7, and she has a fair amount of VFLW experience too, does Angelis, but it's going to be interesting to see if she can get some support and how the side does with their midfielders as well, in their midfield as well. Emery's going to really have to step up, given No Madison Blackburn, the reigning Division 1 best and fairest or equal best and fairest last year alongside Zoe Can in the side. It's a bit of a loss as both teams move into the middle of Holm Park. I'll ask for your tip. I tipped North Ringwood on Female Footy Focus. I'm sticking with them.
Yep.
Who are you going with, Scotty?
Yeah, I still have to go with North Ringwood. I think just like I said, those scoring options, just finding it a little bit easier. But, you know, interesting to see, and it's a big game for Beaconsfield here today, and it's obviously a really important day for the club, having both games of Match in the Round, so you can tune in later for the senior men's. But we're going to take it away. Josh, I'll hand it over to you for the first call, if you like, and we'll have a bounce of the ball.
Let's get us underway out here at Holm Park Reserve, and it's Matetic who got the first tap down. There's a free kick being paid here in the direction of Beaconsfield, and it's that girl Emery who gets a free kick early on. The push in the back going in the direction of Beaconsfield, and Hodgniaki will get the free kick. A couple of names hard to pronounce in this Beaconsfield lineup as Hodgniaki goes inside 50. Mark taken. Kira Emery with a really good start, and, well, she's come back from Dandenong Stingrays duties. She's played 2 games with them this season, has Emery, and a big chance here for her 4th senior goal and the first goal of the match for Beaconsfield as she comes in from a slight angle. Looks decent off the boot. It's just gone there.
It hit the post, I think, there, Josh.
The early crow from myself.
I tell you, that's your favourite say this week, the early crow, and it's come to fruition in that call. So, look, North Ringwood look to clear out on the far side of the wing through Ella Rhodes, a name that we'll probably call a lot today. She was exceptional last time I called her, but Beaconsfield keep it in their forward line, and a nice mark there by Jessica Hartfield on a slight angle here. So Jessica will look for a kick here. Yeah.
It's Angelis, I believe it is.
Oh, sorry. That's my bad. I thought
That's all good.
Number 22, but Angelis on the slight angle. Thanks, Josh. We're off and racing. I went to the early crow myself, but she's kicked a goal, and that is a nice, strong start for Beaconsfield. That's exactly what they would have been wanting on what is a ripping day for football down here. And if you're looking at coming down, please join us. Yeah,
indeed. As Beaconsfield, 2 minutes in, they lead 1-1-7. North Ringwood yet to score. On the scoreboard, it says Moore Park out there. We've got, of course, the countdown clock here in this first quarter as we're back in the middle here. In ruck for Beaconsfield is Johnson against Matetic. It's the latter that got the tap down. Smart tap forward there by Forbes, but it's Emery. What a lightning start she's had. She'll be pinged, though. Great tackle there by Emily Walters. Looking for options inside 50. The deepest one is Kayla Terrell. Just falls short of her. Trying to clear her defensive lines, Bethany Robinson. She can't. 3 North Ringwood players over this ball. They can't get it inside 50, though. Beaconsfield go into the middle of the ground. Tapping it forward there, Emma Redden. And she'll get a free kick here. She was named in the best, Emma Redden, and on North Ringwood socials was given best on ground last weekend in their win against Knox. As she goes inside 50, out the back, Eliza Wilson will get the handball away to Ogilvie, who's tackled. Did really well, did Samantha Wilkinson, and gets the free kick here. So the Eagles looking to rebound as Wilkinson, one of the more consistent players in this Beaconsfield lineup, gets the kick away. On the ground there was Hodgniaki, got the handball away and will receive the handball back from Muriliani. Kick's not the greatest, and North Ringwood will advance further. 1-on-1. Beaconsfield will get there, but not for long. Out the back. North Ringwood have a player all on her own, but did really well with the smother there. Alyssa LaRocca. She tries to keep it forward, and then she applies the tackle. Good pressure there from Kayla Terrell, and we're going to have a ball up deep in North Ringwood's attacking 50.
Thanks, Josh. North Ringwood just need to lower the eyes a little bit or just get that option quicker. Rucks go at it, tries to pick it out of the ruck, Tetic, and she just throws on the boot but dropping the ball. So it'll be a Beaconsfield free kick, a really good tackle there by Taryn Johnson. So Johnson looking for options, just kick straight down the centre, but nice spoil there for the Beaconsfield, which was outnumbered. Now just throws it on the boot. We're going to be cut off. Oh, just bounces it off the chest there for Iconi. Iconi can't keep it in, and we get a throw in from the umpires. Though North Ringwood would have been stewing that, they could have rebounded real quickly there. So we're just waiting for it. No boundary umpires, so the umpire just has to do it all themselves. So We get the ball up as well. No throw in, so up it goes. The Rucks go at it. Tap down by North Ringwood. Falls at the feet. Players around it. Running onto the ball there. McInerney. She can't pick it up cleanly. North Ringwood, though, still trying to fight for it through Walters, who hands it off into the centre. Bouncing ball. Foot race on. Ella Rhodes. That's one we said would call. She's got it. Where's she going to go? Takes a shot, but it's got numbers out the back there. A good mark by Bethany Robinson for Beaconsfield. Looks to clear it towards commentary side. Got numbers on Beaconsfield here. Ball sort of falls out of hands, and Ringwood trap it in there. Just fell. By the way, I said there for Kira Emery, she just would have liked to take that mark. Few drop marks, but that's to be expected. Bit of nerves at the start here.
She's had a really good start though, Kira Emery. She's been the best. She's probably been my best player on the ground so far. As Matechic got the tap down. Clearance there from Hochniaki, though, who's also had a really good start. Trying to latch onto this ball is Ogilvie. Keeps it in front of her. Will she be able to control it? She manages to get the handball away. Beaconsfield clear their defensive lines. And smart positioning from that player from Beaconsfield. She goes out wide, looking for LaRocca. She's got plenty of space. Gets the kick forward. All on her own there is Katie Angelis, the only goal kicker for Beaconsfield. Gets it inside 50, just falls short of the North Ringwood player. Out the back, it's a foot race. Paige Tabolt, one of those players, as is Courtney Robinson. She forces the ball out of bounds, does the captain of Beaconsfield in Robinson, and we're going to have a ball up here. Deep inside Beaconsfield's attacking territories, Matechic. There's a free kick being paid here. And it's going to go to Beaconsfield.
I didn't see what it was for there, Josh.
It might have been it could have been a push in the back or a holding, it looked like.
Boundary.
As we go boundary side to Kate Green.
Push in the back.
So there is the free kick there for...
Glad someone's paying attention there, Kate. Thank you, one of the best.
She is indeed, as in comes Paige Tabolt. Looks decent off the boot. It's just drifting left and a minus score. Beaconsfield 1-8. North Ringwood yet to score. We've played 7 minutes here in this first quarter out here at Holm Park Reserve in the Deakin Uni Women's Match of the Round.
North Ringwood trying to find the options and trying to find some scoring options as well, but have to clear it out of here first. Good mark there by Rhodes again. She's had plenty in this first quarter. She takes on the player and runs. Runs a plenty good tackle there for Beaconsfield. Puts her under pressure, but it falls away of another player in Gemma Ogilvie. She was exceptional last time we saw her play Josh down against Knox, and scoring option as well. So North Ringwood just need to find that scoring option. If you heard earlier on the broadcast, no Hoffman, one of their leading goal kickers. So they're just going to have to find an option, but it keeps Beaconsfield keep applying the pressure and keep getting the free kicks, which they do on the far side. Kicks the ball, tries to mark it. There was Forbes, but it falls at feet again. Just a few drop marks, as we've said. Conditions pretty still, no rain, and hopefully it's staying away for this game.
Don't jinx it, Scott. Don't jinx it.
I'm saying it's looking clear,
Boundary doesn't want to get wet.
No, Kate, sorry, I didn't mean to jinx you. I was about to say I don't mind, I'm undercover. That's very rude. So we get a restart, and North Ringwood go through Eliza Wilson. Just got to find this option. It's just an up and under kick here. Good. Oh, I thought it was a mark there for McInerney, but it falls at feet. Umpire gives a free kick though, and North Ringwood can try and find a scoring option here. Just got to find a number and got to find a spare player, but a little bit up and under again. Oh, good mark this time though. That's Eliza Wilson. She's happy with that mark. She's about probably the 35 out if the arc's a 40 metre.
Oh, I reckon...
Or is the arc a true 50?
I genuinely think these arcs out here are 50. I'd say 45 to 50 metres, so she's probably kicking from about 40 metres out.
It's a big kick if she can get this. She kicks at it, but falls short. Players go at it. Oh, we play her in front there with Ireland, but falls out of feet again. Kick off the ground. Beaconsfield under pressure here. North Ringwood want to try and trap this ball in. They do. Looks for the spare player there in Wilson. Hands, good tackle pressure here by Beaconsfield, and the umpire will say, that's mine, and we have a ball up about 15 metres out.
She's looking very lively in that forward line, Eliza Wilson, as the tap down only in the direction of Ebony Island. Her kick was smothered. Great pressure, defensive pressure from Beaconsfield, and they're able to clear their lines, although not for long. Mark taken there by Ikone, who goes deep inside 50. Strong mark taken from position. Bethany Robinson. She's going to the far side here. Kick might have been a bit overcooked. It wasn't. La Rocca didn't run onto that. It was Higgins who did. Got the handball away. Gets it inside 50. Cuts off from the Beaconsfield defender by urging her to go down the line, which she does. And it's intercepted at the half-forward flank here by North Ringwood. And they'll look to go inside 50. Really good mark taken by Ebony Island, the vice-captain. She looks like she's going back too. It's pretty much the same spot as Eliza Wilson kicked it from before. Just a slighter angle and a bit closer in as gets her kick away, looking for Wilson in a 2-on-1 on the ground. North Ringwood have the numbers. They can't get a shot on goal though. Beaconsfield able to run onto that, and they try to clear their defensive lines, which they'll do just that through. Hodgniaki goes a big booming kick into the middle of Holm Park. Plenty of numbers around this. Good tackle by the Beaconsfield player in Talbot. And we're going to have a ball up right where we all began. 9 minutes left in this first quarter. Beaconsfield lead by 8 as Johnson got the tap down. And Beaconsfield get another clearance. Looking for Cassie Martin. Kick off the ground there. It'll be cut off. And a good tackle applied there by Emery. And she'll be rewarded.
Yeah, big tackle on Taylor Day.
Magnificent tackle there from Emery, who's had a really great start. Her kick just falls short of her teammate in Bliss. North Ringwood have the numbers. And will clear through Mackenzie Lee. But it's all Beaconsfield out here. Hodgniaki just trying to burst her way through. Couldn't. Did really well there, did McInerney. La Rocca going to run onto this. She's wrapped up and going to have a ball up as we're now in Beaconsfield's attacking half. But about 70 metres out from their goal.
Rucks go at the contest. Beaconsfield win the tap down, but players around it. North Ringwood, though, through hands, get it out to the centre, and they're pushing forward. Wilson, good, strong mark from behind. She's been promising this first quarter. Too far out to score, so just finding the options here. Lays on the boot, up and under. Beaconsfield attack the ball through Robinson, but it falls out the backside. Hands go through there. Falls at the feet. 3-on-1 at the moment. Looking through the pressure through Ogilvie, but she can't get it. Tries to take it from her player. The Beaconsfield player just wants the umpire to ball it up. The umpire says play on, and it continues. That's possibly a throw. No, umpire says I'll keep going with it. Tacked on the ball. Here we go, Wilson. Can she find the goal? No, Beaconsfield. Through numbers. Hands don't want to get themselves into any mischief there. But they kick it out. Go straight to North Ringwood. And they're going to have another set shot at goal. North Ringwood, though, had a few of these, but can't find the scoring option, Josh. Can't find the board.
They can't. They've done really well, Beaconsfield, in terms of making it really tough set shots. And, they're getting numbers defensively back as the play comes in now, Scott.
Kick on the boot. Again, it's just going to fall short, but Wilson's out the back by herself.
Oh.
Good mark. Good mark there for Wilson. I don't know if Johnson's on her, but need to stick a bit tighter for Wilson. She's had a number of marks here in this first quarter. Tight angle, though. Tight angle. How's she going to play this?
I think she's setting up for the check side here.
No, she's gone the drop punt just at the top. Has it gone through? Touched on the line. Bethany Robinson, she's been good down back as well. Now, Robinson to clear out. Oh, no, umpire says, thank you very much. Everyone get out of the space and let her kick the ball. So we get a slight reset. So on the board, North Ringwood with the behind. We've got 6 minutes to go in this first quarter. So Bethany Robinson takes it on. Now kicks on the far side. The Beaconsfield just need to find this option out, but North Ringwood doing really well to trap it in their forward line here. Beaconsfield player at the bottom of the ball. Icone's been strong on that centre half forward line. She's trapped the ball in a number of times, and Beaconsfield probably just need to find the option, possibly the switch as well, Josh.
Yeah, she's very prominent early on. Icone, she gets the clearance here. On the ground, Johnson got the clearing kick. Couldn't run onto that. Could the North Ringwood player tried to tap it backwards, did Redden. She'll be pinged. Push in the back. Free kick going in the direction of Redden. She's 70 metres out from her goal. Gets it near the paint of the 50, and the intercept mark taken there by Emma Ferguson. She's looking for plenty of options. All the numbers on that far side wing. She goes there to that big pack of players. No mark taken there by Rhodes on the ground. The handball there to Carly Forbes, who's looking for Eliza Wilson inside 50. She's been very prominent early on. Is there a free kick there? No, there wasn't. Umpire Scott Hardy shaking his head as they get it deeper inside 50 North Ringwood.
Just call it our there, Josh. Just call it our there, mate. Play the ball.
So we'll get a ball up here. Deep inside North Ringwood's 50. Tap down there from Emery, who's playing a bit of ruck now. Plenty of numbers around this ball. And we're going to have a ball up. We've got 4.5 minutes left here in this first quarter. It's the Eagles that lead by 7 points. There's the tap down there from Emery. She's got a decent leap on her. Out the back, it's Ogilvie that has the number. It's got it. And out the back there now is Carly Forbes, who gets a kick inside 50, looking for her teammates. Ball from behind. Eliza Wilson does really well. Shrugs off her opponent, gets the shot on goal. It's a bit of a grubber kick, and the mark is taken. It's being paid to Emma Hayes. Play on, says the umpire. Handball over the top from North Ringwood. Eliza Wilson lurking around this ball, and she's wrapped up. They've done really well here, Beaconsfield, but we're going to have another ball up here in North Ringwood's attacking 50.
I missed why the free. I looked down at my notes, thought it was going to be a score, and it's bounced back. So Beaconsfield doing well to keep the pressure on. Hand off to the side there. North Ringwood just throws it on the boot. Which way is this ball going to bounce? Does it stay in? No, it doesn't. Gemma Ogilvie was right on top of it. Thought it was going to bounce kindly to her. But, yeah, I thought Emma Hayes was going to kick that goal. I was looking for the notes, but there's no notes on Emma Hayes anyway. So we clear out through Beaconsfield. But, again, on that forward half line, North Ringwood just trapping it in. Just got to find this option, though. It's sort of one way to the other. Beaconsfield got to look to see how they clear out. North Ringwood got to find the option inside. So bouncing ball at the moment. Hands, where's it going to go? Out to Ogilvie on the far side there. Good hands. Throws it on the boot. The umpire says that's a free kick, and throwing the ball there. I'll allow that one, Josh. Although I'd like to see a replay.
Yeah.
I was saying, I was looking at your notes because we've talked about Eliza Wilson while we've got a stoppage and play for this ball to come back. She played 9 senior games, 13 goals this season, and looking the most dangerous to score for North Ringwood.
And she was their leading goal kicker in the 18s last year. For North Ringwood was Wilson.
Another nice stat.
So she's a very prominent figure up in that forward line as the Eagles. They're able to clear their lines. A really good mark. Courageous there from Samantha Wilkinson. Got the handball away. Not the greatest one. She'll get the ball back here with Wilkinson into the middle of the ground. Ikone was around this. Couldn't get hands on it. And there's a throw being paid here for Beaconsfield as the Eagles will advance further forward through Samantha Wilkinson. She's also been very solid in defence as Wilkinson. Named in the best 6 times this season. So Wilkinson's kick there will be cut off by North Ringwood's ruck, Matecic. Big booming kick. Only finds the hands of Hodgniaku, who will go back on her mark. She had plenty of space in front of her, but decides to go back with 1.5 minutes left in this quarter. Now down the line, the mark taken out the back there for Beaconsfield, and they look to go inside 50 to a couple of one-on-ones. All on her own now is Talbot. Couldn't lay hands on it. North Ringwood will clear their defensive lines. Did really well there. And it's Emily Walters. Plenty of one-on-ones as well. She'll go to Kayla Terrell. Can she take the mark? No, she can't. On the ground, she wins out. Got it to Ogilvie, who got it to Wilson. Got a player all on her own in 50, and that's Emma Hayes. Just doesn't find her, and Wilkinson will look to run onto this. Did really well, Wilkinson. Got the handball away to Zoe Davies, whose kick is not that great. And It'll be coming back, and North Ringwood have a very late chance, Scott.
30 seconds to go in this first quarter. North Ringwood just need to play on and get it in there. Try and get that goal just to get the score back up. Still haven't scored a goal, but kicks into the forward line. In front was Wilson. Good spoil, though, at the back by Robinson. Robinson's done extremely well in that back line. Seconds tick away here for North Ringwood, but Beaconsfield, they've been exceptional down in their back half this quarter. Because there's been a number of scoring shots North Ringwood have had, and they could have been well and truly in front, but they've done well. Ball goes up, the siren will sound. And that's the end of the first quarter here. Down at Beaconsfield lead, 1-8 to North Ringwood, 1 behind. The goal scorer, the single goal scorer for Beaconsfield is Katie Angelis.
We're going to go to a break here on the Deakin Uni Women's Match of the Round. When we return, we'll go down to Kate Green on the boundary, and we'll bring you the second quarter of action out here between Beaconsfield and North Ringwood. And welcome back to the Deakin Uni Women's Match of the Round. A double header out here at Holm Park Reserve, the women's game taking place now between Beaconsfield and North Ringwood, and it's the home side, the Eagles, that lead 1-8 to North Ringwood, one behind. The only goal kicker, just repeating that, from that first quarter being Katie Angelis, the leading goal kicker for Beaconsfield. 14 goals this season now for her, so she's going to play a key role as well. Beaconsfield dispersed from their huddles, Scott. It's a really positive start. North Ringwood had pretty much most of the territory that first quarter, but Beaconsfield were able to hold up and applied really good defensive pressure.
Yeah, they'll be pleased with that exceptional effort. Down to Kate Green.
Okay, Beaconsfield, Troy Robinson, message to the team, good quarter. Second quarter, slow the game down, look to find clearer players, keep up the attack, go wide and just keep up the pressure. North Ringwood, Jules Hanson, just look, strong quarter with attacking, just play a bit more smarter and look for clear options. And just a side note quickly, player 24 for North Ringwood, Lee, just a little bit of tightness in the calves, so she's under trainer management.
Keep a close eye on that. Thank you to Kate Green down on the boundary, continues to do such a terrific job down there for every women's match of the round. There's Scott Hardy. I'll let you get us on the way in the second quarter here between Beaconsfield and North Ringwood.
Thanks, Josh. Rucks go at the contest. Tap down straight towards North Ringwood. They're wanting to find probably the first score just to settle the nerves. Beaconsfield, though, looking to clear out, but it only goes as far as Iconi. Iconi possibly a free kick, and she is. She's awarded. We've called her name a number of times. She's been exceptional at the centre half forward line, trapping the ball in. She's at the wing here and kicks to go into the centre. Ball falls at just behind the Beaconsfield player there and lands in the lap of Ebony Island. So probably a little bit too far out. If it's the true 50 we call. Up and under, Wilson tries to attack it, but in front, player again in Bethany Robinson. Down back. She's definitely scoring the votes thus far as we're into the second quarter and just played the minute. Beaconsfield look to clear out here. Trying to find that option, but it goes only as far as Dean. Dean puts it on the boot. Bouncing ball here. Where's it going to spill? It does spill out the back, but North Ringwood have got players around it. Leading the charge there is Grace Higgins. She just needs to pick it up, but good pressure there by Jessica Hartfield. Falls at the bottom, and Beaconsfield again doing well in this defensive line. They
are indeed, as they'll have to have another ball up in their defensive 50. Matetic got the tap down. Hodgniaki, in a name we've called a fair bit today. Her kick is going to be a free kick going in the direction of North Ringwood, and we may have to wait a while for the ball as over the fence goes Stevie Bailey. She'll take this free kick on the far side. Plenty of numbers inside 50. She goes short, looking for Emily Walters. Her eye starting inside 50 now. Looking for Eliza Wilson. The mark taken there by the young star forward, and she's probably had 2 or 3 scoring shots in that first quarter, Scott. She has a chance to get her first score on the board. She's kicked a rushed behind as well as, I think, an out of bounds on the full as she comes in from a very tight angle. Kicks look really good off the boot. It'll be spoiled on the line. And this umpire calls play on. I thought the players were stopping. They thought it was going to be a behind, but North Ring would have another shot on goal through Mackenzie Lewis. Back onto the ground. A smart kick, in fact, looking for Ebony Island. And here's the chance for that first score that North Ringwood would have really wanted, Scott. She comes in. It's there. North Ringwood with the first goal of the second quarter through Ebony Island, their vice-captain. They're 1-1-7, the Saints. Beaconsfield still lead. They're 1-2-8. We've played 3 minutes here in this second quarter. But as you said early on, they would have wanted that first goal, Scott, and they got it.
Yeah, they were fortunate there. Probably the umpire just blew that whistle. It sort of stopped the players because I think that she was thinking that goal umpire had said it was touch, but the goal umpire had said nothing, just play on. So sort of delayed a little bit, but they're fortunate in that it comes in their favour, North Ringwood, and we get the rucks at it again. Matetic, she's key to this victory, I reckon, in the centre. She's winning most of the taps at the moment, but they've just got to find a clearance. Beaconsfield, though, put the forward pressure on. 2-on-1 here. The North Ringwood player who's tackled, the umpire will say that's a ball up. Of course, Iconi at the bottom of that maul. Rucks go at it again. A good tap down, though, this way of Beaconsfield. Player in Hodgniacki, but it only goes as far as Iconi again. Puts on the boot. Strong mark there for North Ringwood. Now they've got numbers out here. They've just got to find the better option. Spoke about a good mark there. Wilson again. They're just struggling with the matchup on Wilson. She's got a spare player over the top. Good mark. Player plays on. Had to get that out. Grace Higgins kicks the goal. No delay about it. I was hoping there was a delay so I could catch my words. But they wanted to play on. And there's 2 goals. That's a really positive start for North Ringwood. You knew it was going to come. It's just now how did Beaconsfield respond, Josh?
It is indeed, as they trail by 5 points now, 2-1-13 to North Ringwood to Beaconsfield, 1-2-8 as we cross down boundary side to Kate Green.
Okay, just at the moment, number 35, McInerney for North Ringwood is just having some management of a soft tissue injury to her right knee.
So that could potentially be a blow. Thank you once again for that, Kate, as Matetic got the tap down. Clearance here for Taylor Dean. Gets it inside 50. They're looking the goods at the moment, North Ringwood. It's going to be locked up here around centre half forward. And we're going to have a ball up. We'll quickly go around the grounds. In Premier Division, Donvale a quarter-time lead Vermont 19-8. And Whitehorse trails South Croydon 14-18 as Matetic got the tap down. And Jealous, though, with the clearing kick from defence. Looking for Taylor. Just beats her. North Ringwood have the numbers around this. And Dean on the handball receive. Gets the kick away to true centre half forward. But it only finds the hands of a Beaconsfield player. And the mark taken in the middle of Holm Park by Cassie Martin, who's looking for options. Got the handball away, but it'll be cut off here. They go inside 50, looking for the last goal kicker in Grace Higgins. She's got a player all on her own in Taylor Dean. Doesn't get to her. Will she pick up the crumbs? In fact, it's Ogilvie who does pick up the crumbs. Got the handball away to Ikone. Her handball was smothered. Did really well there, did La Rocca. But Ikone gave away the free kick. It was good pressure by Ikone, but she gives away the high free kick as La Rocca looking for the short option in Emery, who had a really good start. She picks up the ball here, does really well. Gets it to centre wing. Mark taken. Really smart mark there in the end by Hodgniacki. Just fell short of Matetic as Hodgniacki's kick will be cut off. Ella Rhodes, plenty of space in the middle of Holm Park Reserve. Hodgniacki pursuing her. She can't get to her. Looking for Ebony Island, who picks up the ball now. Gets the kick inside 50. Looking for Wilson. Now this is another chance for her first goal of this contest. Again, brilliant build-up play. It all started from the back from Ella Rhodes and Eliza Wilson. Chance for goal number 14 for the season. Looking for Ogilvie instead. Couldn't get to her. On the ground, North Ringwood have the numbers. Terrell got the handball away. Umpire was about to blow the whistle. Didn't. Emery got the handball away looking for Dunstan. Emery gets the handball receive. Kick over the top. A really smart kick. Found the hands of Katie Angelis. Player all on her own in Hannah Gregory. She'll instead go back, and we can take a breath for a second as a big pack of players form right in front of us. She goes to Emery. Nearly took the mark on the ground. Couldn't pick up the ball. Instead, it's going to be Redden, who's wrapped up. And there's going to be a push in the back. Free kick. Boundary side to Kate Green.
Number 35, McInerney for North Ringwood's back on the field.
Great news there, Kate. So we take a stoppage while the ball comes back. Gives us time to take a breath. Pace is picked up a bit here. Redden hands off to the running player there. Hands go through. Oh, it takes the player on, and I'm just trying to find that number 12. I don't have it on the list. If that's 12, I'm just trying to...
I think it is a number 12.
It is a number 12. I don't know, Kate, if you can hear. It's number 12 for North Ringwood, not on our list at the moment.
I will check out for you.
Thank you very much as play goes on and stacks on. Bit of a push over the top. And umpire says, I'll have it. And just right in front of the commentary side here. Looks at the contest. Nice tap down there by Johnson. She's been doing well in the ruck. A good battle at the moment in the ruck contest. Hands out onto the far side there in McInerney and back straight into the play. Goes to Ireland. Ireland just assesses the options. Where she go, takes to her close onto the mark. Player tackling it at Wilson. Falls at the feet. Iconi around there trying to apply some pressure. But Beaconsfield, they are under pressure. Can they clear? They need to, but they do. But it only goes as far as Ella Rhodes, and she's going to take it on. Hands, possibly hands back. Ignores the run by Rhodes. She's still running Rhodes. She might get this again. Picks up, hands off to the far side, and Terrell just puts it on the boot. Player at the back there with Wilson playing the pressure. Good spoil, and the ball trickles out of bounds.
Boundary.
Pye says that's mine. Down to the boundary.
Apologies, gentlemen. Smith, Carly Smith for North Ringwood is actually Guernsey number 12, not 8.
Yep. Thank you very much there.
Wind's starting to pick up here, Scott. It's really starting to pick up.
Starting to pick up indeed. And players go out now. Beaconsfield look to clear. Good, just throws on the boot. Far side, foot race on, just taps it in front. Now a continual foot race here for Martin. She's trying to win the ball, but good tackling pressure there by Dean. Falls out to North Ringwood. North Ringwood applying good pressure this second quarter. Really lifted the intensity. Iconi puts it on the boot. Where's it going to bounce? Bit of a foot race here. Going to take some skill by Robinson. Robinson trying to keep it in. Falls to Wilson, but the umpire says it's a free kick. And it's going the way of North Ringwood. I just can't see on the far side there. Plays on. Throws on the boot. Oh, late hit. And that's going to be downfield there. I can't see the players. If you've got the binoculars there, Josh.
I do. I can't quite catch a number.
That's all right. It's going to be downfield. It was a late hit as she went to kick the ball. And now Wilson. I would say this is a certainty. I don't want to moz it. As she goes in and kicks a goal. It's a big quarter here for North Ringwood. We knew they were going to respond. Now Beaconsfield just have to find a way to shut it down. Still trying to find that player on the far side, but you've put down the ball. I know, Josh, we've said that's it. We'll just move on. But player looks to be all right. And
I think she does. It's positive, but yeah, that was a bit of a late hit. Got 9 minutes left here in this second quarter, or first half. North Ringwood 3-1-19. Beaconsfield 1-2-8 as we go again in the middle of Holm Park. Beaconsfield got the tap down. Emery was trying to run onto this. Instead, it's Carly Forbes who does. Keeps it in front of her. Not now. There she gets the handball away.
Boundary.
We go boundary side quickly to Kate Green.
The player that got a hit for North Ringwood was Emma Hayes.
Thank you for that, Kate, as they're going inside 50 once again. Eliza Wilson lurking around this. Does really well. Got the snap. Went off the side of her boot. Beaconsfield have the numbers here. Was she taken high? She was. Georgia Dunstan gets the free kick there as she'll look to clear her defensive lines. They'll want a goal soon now, Beaconsfield. She gets the handball back. Goes down the line. Looking for Martin. 2 North Ringwood players around this. Good tackle by Martin on Ebony Island. And going to have a ball up with 8 minutes left in this first half. The Saints leading by 11 points as ball's tossed back up. Beaconsfield got the tap down. Hodgniaki got the clearance. Gets it to true centre half forward. Running onto this and possibly taken high there, Katie Angelis. Umpire didn't ping the North Ringwood player. It's going to trickle out of bounds here and we're going to have a throw up. Neither Courtney Robinson nor Carly Smith, who's come back into the lineup this weekend from holidays. Could get onto that as Emery, big leap, got the tap, only to Yukone, who goes out of bounds. Big hit there, and we're going to have another ball up with 7.5 minutes left here in this first half. The Saints leading 3-1-19. Beaconsfield 1-2-8 if you're just joining us on the Deakin Uni Women's Match of the Round as Johnson got the tap. North Ringwood have the numbers on the ground and Dean calmly and composedly got the handball out back to Ella Rhodes. She's been hounded, but she got the handball away. She'll get the handball receive here. Cassie Martin was a bit too eager and gives away the free kick.
Bit of niggle in this game now.
There is a bit of tension as Rhodes goes into the middle of the ground. Looking there for Ebony Cooper. She was wrapped up there by Samantha Wilkinson. And we're going to have another ball up right in the middle of Holm Park Reserve.
Thanks, Josh. So, yeah, it's got a little bit of bite to it at the moment, and obviously both sides feeling pressure here. Now North Ringwood just need to find another clearance just to put that scoring pressure on. It's going to be a free kick. They're finding the high free kicks well and truly, the umpires. And another free kick towards Cassie Martin. She kicks on the far side. Now this kick's going to go in. Hodgniacki got a huge boot on her. She can launch this. So she's outside 50, which she does, but it's just gone off the side. I jinxed it a little bit. I was looking forward to it going forward, but North Ringwood rebound. I went the early crow, as Josh says, and it's gone out on the far side. Foot race here. Davey should win this, and they do have numbers around it. Just got to find the better option. The throws it on the boot, though. Now here we go. Oh, North Ringwood need to take the mark there through Matetic, but falls at the feet. Good tackle. Tries to respond and dropping the ball. And that's a really good tackle after she dropped the mark. A good response there for North Ringwood. They've got numbers, many numbers behind Matetic they could possibly hand on, which they do. And takes it through the centre corridor there. That's through Walters. Kicks in the forward line now. Beaconsfield got to find that defence that they had so well underway in the first quarter. Kicks on the far side. Oh, good attacking footy there by Rhodes. And she's going to take it on. Loves the run and bounce. Finding the option. Takes one player. Takes the two. Hands on. She possibly could get this back. It went to Cooper. Just sort of fell out. Back to Cooper. Cooper puts on the boot. Where's the numbers here? It just trickles. He'll go out of bounds. And that's a kick towards Beaconsfield. Josh.
She's a genuine running machine, is Ella Rose. Just, no matter, she's working really hard today in defence as Wilkinson clears her defensive lines. Not for long. Did really well there, did Walters. Handball back to Ella Rhodes. Is that our forward flank now for North Ringwood? Beaconsfield have the numbers. They can't control it. Matetic was around this. Picks up the ball. Good. Got the handball out back here. And the kick inside 50, deeper inside 50 from Ikone. Doesn't find any North Ringwood hands. And
I like that from Matetic. You just said, give me the ball. Just ripped it out of her teammate's hands who was down on the ground and said, I'll take it.
She almost did the Dusty Martin, don't argue there as well, as clearing defence was Bethany Robinson. Did really well there, did Reed. Gets it inside 50, looking for Wilson. No mark taken. Beaconsfield have the numbers on the ground. They push further back from defence, but not for long. Reed got a kick only into the hands of Beaconsfield players who are holding up really well and applying good defensive pressure. They get the kick into the middle of the ground, and they're out here. Did really well, though, that was Malinfant who got the free kick, and Jealous couldn't get her kick off, and Malinfant gets the kick onto centre wing. No mark taken. Kick forward there by Mackenzie Lee. All on eye there is Tegan McInerney, who gets the kick towards goal, and the mark taken there by Jessica Hartfield, who has her work cut out with Eliza Wilson. We've got 3 minutes left here. She'll look to clear her defensive line, goes the short kick and finds Zoe Davies, who doesn't get paid the mark. Munn couldn't haul in that mark as well. Ikone gets the kick inside 50 once again, out the back. Lurking around this, North Ringwood have the numbers. Locked up there was Emma Ferguson. And we're going to have another ball up.
Emma Hayes back in the contest, which is good to see. Rucks go at it here. North Ringwood want to find this score just before the end of the quarter. Drew Wilson here throws on the boot, but good smother by Beaconsfield. Find that pressure there. Cassie Martin at the bottom of the pack again. Doing really well around the ball, Martin. Just won a few free kicks down boundary side.
Number 35, McInerney's just off to bit of a blood rule just to cover up a knee again.
Thank you, Kate. So umpire says we'll have it now. Beaconsfield just got to find this option out. They don't want to concede another goal just before the end of the second quarter, but they're under pressure here. Ikone tried to pick it up, just kicked off the ball by Beaconsfield. Numbers around it just fine. Good tackle there by Dunstan. Didn't give away the free kick. Hands out. Umpire's happy to play it on. Oh, good kick at the ball just to take it on. Tapped out in front for North Ringwood, trying to tap it towards the spare player on the commentary side here. But Beaconsfield applying good tackling pressure. 2-on-1 there, and that is a brilliant tackle. Oh, they've given away a free kick.
In the back.
Oh, I thought that was a fair decision by umpire Scott Hardy, but no, the umpire on the field actually says that's a free kick. So we get it through Tate. Tate on the boot, bouncing ball, kicks forward through Lee, bouncing even further. Now Beaconsfield got to apply this pressure. Now North Ringwood hunting him, applying that tackling pressure, falls at feet again, stacks on. Where's it going to go? Umpire happy to let it play on. Kicks out here, picking up Hodgenaki, hands out. Both Beaconsfield players battling for the ball. They get it through Martin, and she gets tackled, and the umpire says that's my ball. We've got 1 minute to go in the second quarter, Josh. A tight contest still.
As the ball will be tossed up in North Ringwood's half-forward flank broadcast side. Matecic burst her way through, found Forbes, who got it to Mackenzie Lee. Inside 50 now, the Saints go once again. Did really well there, did Ebony Island. Couldn't evade her tackler though. Umpire pings her. And the free kick will go to Jessica Hartfield, who plays on immediately. Looking for Emery. Couldn't take the mark on the ground, all on her own. Does really well. Nice stance step. Advances onto centre wing. Really smart play there by Katie Angelis. She's got a one-on-one inside 50. She goes to that player. Couldn't haul in the mark there. Could Parisi. There's 15 seconds left. North Ringwood start to gather numbers, and they'll be able to clear their defensive lines. Not for long, though. Did really well, did the North Ringwood player. Emery, was she taken off the ball? She wasn't, according to the umpire. Locked up there was Natasha Bliss, and there is the halftime siren. It's an entertaining contest out here at Holm Park Reserve in the Deakin Uni Women's Match of the Round. It's the Saints, a 3-goal quarter there. They lead 3-1-19 to Beaconsfield, 1-2-8. The goal kickers for the Saints, Eliza Wilson, Grace Higgins, and Ebony Island. Whilst for Beaconsfield, Katie Angelis with the only goal in that first quarter. Scott Hardy, just briefly, some thoughts on that first half. It was all in North Ringwood's attacking half for pretty much most of it, but Beaconsfield, they held up really well, didn't they?
Yeah, they did, and they're still well and truly within the contest. We knew North Ringwood would come out firing in that second quarter, and again, credit to Beaconsfield. The defensive pressure has kept them in this contest. They have kept the scoring to a minimum, and North Ringwood were applying a lot of pressure in that second quarter.
They were doing really well to particularly keep it in that attacking half of theirs through the likes of Rachel Yukone, Ella Rhodes pushing up the ground. I feel Rhodes has probably been my best on ground. She's just provided so much dash and provided a lot of rebound as well from defence. There's plenty of others as well. Emily Walters in midfield has really impressed me. Eliza Wilson has been by far the most threatening forward for North Ringwood. And from a Beaconsfield side of things, I was really impressed from Hodgniaki as the North Ringwood players go into the rooms there for half-time. As we cross down boundary side to Craig Green.
Okay. Just an update on McInerney, number 35 for North Ringwood. Trainer is going to do a further assessment in the rooms, and McInerney has a question mark over her for whether or not she continues to play after half-time.
So they could be a man down for the second half, North Ringwood, or a player down. They'll have their work cut out, that's for sure. As there's been plenty of other good players. Kira Emery has really been very lively in midfield and taking part-time ruck duties as well. She's such a key player for them, not just for this year but for the future. And I think they're still well and truly in this contest. They'll need a good patch, particularly in that third quarter, which is the premiership quarter. And they'll want to get off on the right foot. It'll be interesting to see if they do that. What about yourself? Who's been your best players so far?
Yeah, I think we've called Ella Rhodes a number of times throughout that quarter. Ogilvy as well. Dean, and Iconi, I think, has been exceptional. For Beaconsfield, though, probably there's Robinson and Hodgniacki, I think, are leading the contest there. They've done exceptionally well, especially Robinson down back.
She has done well. She's marshalled the troops down back, has Robinson, and Courtney Robinson as well has also had a pretty good game. They're still, if they continue to play a key role, then others will look to follow their lead, and it'll get them right back into this contest and possibly into the lead. We're going to go to our halftime break now, Scott. It was a very invigorating first half, and we've still got a half to go. It's North Ringwood that lead, 3-1-19 to Beaconsfield, 1-2-8 in the Deakin Uni Women's Match of the Round, the first of a double-header out here at Holm Park Reserve.
Boundary, are we back on?
Okay, let's do all that. Let's warm up, guys.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Deakin Uni Women's Match of the Round.
Boundary.
Live from Holm Park Reserve. We'll go down boundary side to Kate Green now.
I thought I'd get in early, guys, because there's quite a few messages at halftime. Okay, from Troy Robinson for Beaconsfield. Just slow the footy down to maintain control of it. Aim better with moving the footy forward, like to their target teammates. Use the outside. He prefers them to use the outside corridors. Be more assertive on the ball. And overall, he's really happy with their tackle pressure and their intensity around the ball. For North Ringwood, positive first half. Jules has said, continue the midfield pressure. Don't fall asleep in the... Sorry about that. Don't fall asleep in the second half and just play their game and just keep doing what they're doing.
Thank you to Kate Green down there. And yeah, I can understand Jules Hanson wanting them to continue on what they're doing, North Ringwood, whilst for Beaconsfield. Yeah, I can understand Robinson being impressed with that forward pressure. It's been really good and has seen their defence held up as both teams move into the middle of Holm Park Reserve. It's a massive second half coming up here. It's Matečić and I forget Johnson in ruck. Thank you for that, Scott, as I'll let you get us on the way. Third quarter of action in the Deakin Uni Women's Match of the Round.
Matečić and Johnson at it. Matečić gets the slide hands to it, but it only bobbles around. Beaconsfield tackling pressure as Iconi picks up the ball. Just having to work over the adjustments we've made on the screen around here. We're expecting possibly there's talk of rain, but not for later, Kate. So you'll be pleased to know.
I'm not pleased. I'm on the boundary for the men's match of the round.
That's unfortunate, but we're here at the women's, so we play on.
Sorry, Josh. What a pity.
Bouncing ball. Wilson just snaps on the boot. Player running past. Oh, an unfortunate bounce there, and has gone back the other way. Tackling pressure, but holding, and it's going to be a free kick there towards Gemma Ogilvie. She's at that point that they love on the 45-metre out and looks for a good leading mark there. And I just couldn't see the player's number. It's Higgins. Thank you, Josh. Just saved me there while I was bouncing around, just trying to push out the competition to my left. Takes it on the boot. Kick at goal, but going just to the left side. And that's a minus score. Played 1 minute in. North Ringwood 3 goals, 2-20 if they haven't tick that over. Yeah, 3-2-20 to Beaconsfield, 1-2-8. Looking to clear here through Robinson. Happy to play on, always happy to play on from that kick, but it hits the North Ringwood player. It falls at the hands of Cooper. Hands it off. Good tackle pressure. Beaconsfield back where they started or ended the second quarter, trying to find a way out here in North Ringwood. As said, keeping the pressure on. Wilson gets it. Umpire will say that's my ball, and we have a throw up.
So right near the goal square out here, it's Holm Park Reserve. From behind there was Higgins. Beaconsfield looked clear through Hodgniaki. Good tackle there by Higgins. She managed to get the handball away there, did the star midfielder. The kick off the ground. Now this is going to be a free kick here, because getting the kick off the ground before it went out of bounds was Emma Ferguson, and Ebony Cooper She's going to look for the short option. Couldn't find Ebony Island. And Beaconsfield, they try to clear their defensive lines, but Ikone, as she has been for most of the game, she's around this ball. They get the kick inside 50. Emery did well. Another nice stand step. What a game she's had. Emery gets the kick away, was smothered. Handball out the back there to Ella Rhodes. Another star in this game. She gets the kick inside 50. Hands on it there was Hodgniaki. So 3 of the stars of this game so far in that passage of play as Hodgniaki looks for Emery. No mark taken. Very lively on the ground, but it's Higgins who picks it up. And we're going to have another ball up right in front of us here, about 55 metres out from the North Ringwood goal broadcast side as Matecic found Dean, did really well, got the handball away. It's cut off though. The kick in turn is cut off, and going back on her mark is Mackenzie Lee. Looking for Ireland inside 50, fell out the back, got the handball away to Gemma Ogilvie. We got it back to Ireland. Really good defensive pressure from Beaconsfield, and they might cause a stoppage here. They don't. The kick off the ground, there's a holding free kick, and it'll go in the direction of Bianca Muriliani.
We heard from Troy Robinson at halftime or through Kate's message, and he was saying they wanted to take it out wide, but they just don't have the players out wide. They need to present, and North Ringwood finding it too easy to get back into their forward line, which they do, and it's just a kick on the boot, falls in front there. It's Wilson, hands off to the running player in Ireland. Ireland kicks it goal, and that's as easy as you like. And that's a goal to North Ringwood. 4 minutes into this third quarter, continuing to apply that pressure on the scoreboard. That moves them to 4-2-26 to Beaconsfield 1-2-8.
Good positive start there for North Ringwood. Just the start they would have wanted, not the start that Beaconsfield would have wanted. They're trailing by 18 points, 3 straight kicks now, as again.
And also, just quickly, Josh, to cut you off, a very interesting stat. Ireland has kicked their first goal in the second and third quarter all around the same 3 to 4 minute mark. Loves the first goal.
Thank you for that, Scott.
Not a bad stat, that one.
Yeah, I enjoyed that stat. I enjoyed that very much as North Ringwood get the clearance. Taylor Dean going inside 50, looking for Higgins. Instead, it's Ireland again who takes the mark. Gets the kick away, looking for Wilson, who's out the back. Higgins was all on her own. She's going to go back here, is Wilson. She's somewhat burnt Higgins there.
Turn the back.
She's confident.
She's got to kick it.
She does indeed have to kick it now. She's the equal leading goal scorer now for North Ringwood this season. She comes in. She doesn't kick it.
It's disappointing. You owe Grace Higgins a beer, I would suggest there, because that's a burn. That is a burn. Anyway, they've got enough scoring pressure at the moment that it hasn't affected them too much. They've just got to Beaconsfield, just got to find that forward option. It's been so much in North Ringwood's half from second quarter onwards. Kick of the ball out, and it's going to come straight back to North Ringwood as last kick there by Bethany Robinson. So kicking through here, through Ogilvie into the centre. Player there through Wilson, but takes it on. Good tackling pressure, but Beaconsfield pushing forward. Where's the ball bouncing? Bounces. Martin chasing at it. Just needs to find a player, but there's no one. There's 4 North Ringwood players around her, and it comes through Ella Rhodes. She's happy to take it on, as we know. Falls at Ireland's feet as the ball goes through her hands. Taking on the player there through Beaconsfield, but it only goes as far as Matecic. Matecic plays on, probably had time to settle. Ireland underneath it. Good mark by Ireland. And she takes a strong mark. I'd say about, let's go 35 out straight in front. So to apply more pressure here, Ireland takes it on. Flat kick, it's not going to go the distance. Wilson holding behind, tried to get in front but couldn't, and held the player. So free kick towards Robinson. She's had the task on Wilson and done really well today. Out to near side here, bouncing ball, but Ireland, she's having a strong third quarter, puts it on the boot. This time Wilson in front, but cut off this time perfectly by Grace Higgins, and says, I'll do it this time. No burning required. I will have the shot at goal. So we'll see how this one goes, Josh. She's not far out, 15 metres. The umpire says just fix your angle a little bit. Grace Higgins kicks on the boot. Good kick, and that's a goal. Strong kick as well. And pleasing start for North Ringwood, and Beaconsfield feeling the pressure now. Josh.
25-point margin now for Beaconsfield. They're 1-2-8. North Ringwood 5-3-33, Scott.
And another stat, Higgins loves scoring the second goal. Did it in the second quarter as well. Around the 5-minute mark, but this time probably about, we'll say 7 minutes into the to the third quarter.
That's not bad. I like these stats, Scott. I really do.
So Wilson should score the next one if I'm going on trend. But anyway, I'll let you have the call, Josh.
I reckon she probably will now as Johnson. That's a big leap. But again, North Ringwood get the clearance. Good tackle applied there on North Ringwood. Beaconsfield might get the free kick here. They do. Matecic. It was Matecic who gave it away.
Yeah, on Johnson. Yep.
As the ruckman of Beaconsfield gets the kick away. They have the numbers on the ground. North Ringwood do well to hold it up, but Hodgniaki tried to burst their way through. She couldn't, and we're back to where it all began. In the middle of Holm Park Reserve, Matecic found Reed. Kick cut off. Matecic on the ground, just trying to burst her way through, and thought there was a free kick being paid there. There wasn't. We're going to have another ball up. It's Johnson got the tap down. Good positioning from her, but Reed, again, good strength from her. Gets it to centre half forward, looking for the lively island. Instead it falls to Terrell. Nice fake there, out the back, Eliza Wilson. She may actually get this third goal in a row. Goes off the ground. It did really well there. Did Hartfield. Brilliant. The bounce didn't favour Wilson, but it's just a minor score. North Ringwood 5-4-34, Beaconsfield 1-2-8. 9 minutes into this third quarter.
I thought we were on there. If she scored that, Wilson, it would have been the exact same time as she scored in the second. Disappointing, but good for Beaconsfield. So looking at clearing out. Nice kick this time by Robinson. Now takes on the player through the middle. I can't see the number there. My apologies. Goes to the centre here. Trying to attack it was Martin, but falls at feet. Here she goes. Ella Rhodes going to take him on. Can she get the hands back? Falls at the feet of Dean. Dean puts it to the centre. Straight to Redden. Redden puts it on the boot. Where's the ball going to bounce? It bounces out the back. Island picks it up again. Huge third quarter. Puts it on the boot. Out the back here is going to mark. No, falls through hands. Wilson trying to attack it. Keep the stat alive. Wilson pick it up and score. But good tackling pressure by Beaconsfield. Again, Bethany Robinson doing extremely well in defence, Josh.
She is indeed. As we have another ball up. Wilson is around this. Let's see if she can kick that third goal of the quarter. Is Terrell. Was she being held? Umpire said she wasn't. Beaconsfield will lock it up again, and we're going to have a secondary ball up.
Wilkinson a bit sore there. Samantha Wilkinson just clutching.
It's very concerning.
The umpire's calling straight for the trainer as well.
We might have a bit of a delay here, so it's a bit of confusion around the bench as well. The trainer is coming on now. I thought for a second she has gone up, Samantha Wilkinson. I think she wants to soldier on, but she may have to come off a concussion test. In fact, she is staying on here. So the ball's tossed back up. After all that, we get another forward 50 stoppage for North Ringwood, and yet another one.
It's a big tackle again by Bethany Robinson. Applying great defensive pressure. And she's feeling a bit sore as well. So she's just going to sort of stay on the goal line here. Tap down there. Good win by Beaconsfield. Well, only goes as far as Ogilvie. Ogilvie tries to win it, but Beaconsfield with numbers here through Emery, Throws on the boot now. Goes towards a good, strong mark here by Gregory. And Hannah just trying to find the numbers. They need to look out wide. Oh, she takes it on. Throws it on the boot. Where's this going to bounce? Need to find that number, taking on LaRocca. LaRocca stays her feet, well done. Kicks it on the boot, bouncing ball, but out of defence here is Rhodes. And she's going to take them on hands here, possibly. No, tries to go around the player, which she does. Through the centre, look for it, kicks. Good, strong attack there by Ireland. Presenting well this third quarter. And umpire's just looking at it as the ball tumbles about around the feet, falls out on the far side. That player Wilkinson, as we called, she seems to be doing all right, and she's at the contest, running strong. No niggles at the moment, and she's still going falls over there. Good help there for through Dunstan, but North Ringwood just composing themselves. And here we go again. Rhodes off to the races. This time she doesn't take it on, kicks it, and it goes straight to Hodginiaki.
What about that play before from Ella Rhodes?
Amazing.
She is a superstar of not just this North Ringwood side, but this division. As Hodginiaki found Emery. What a game she's had coming back into the lineup. That Coates Talent League experience on show as she goes down the line. Found Angelis, got the handball away. There's a free kick being paid to Angelis. Dunstan could have taken advantage. Instead, she'll go back to Angelis. She's on true centre wing. Far side out here at Holm Park. And she evades the player on the mark. Gets it inside 50. Only into the hands of Ashlyn Tate. Gets the handball back to Mackenzie Lee. Kick. Not the greatest to McInerney. And running onto this one, Dunstan. Very dangerous kick. It won't pay off. Wilson around this. Couldn't completely control the ball. And she's wrapped up there by two Beaconsfield opponents. We're going to have a ball up. Centre wing. Far side. As looks like there might be an injury concern for North Ringwood. As we could have another ball up here. Beaconsfield do well. Trying to get the handball away. Ferguson couldn't. North Ringwood will instead clear their defensive lines. Reed with the clearing kick looking for Wilson in a 2-on-1. Doesn't win out. She does really well though alongside Cooper. And she applies the tackle, does the star forward, and we're going to have another ball up. 6.5 minutes left here in this third quarter. It's the Saints that lead by 26 points.
Thanks, Josh. Battle continues. Kick off the ground. Just goes straight into North Ringwood's player's face, but then Beaconsfield trying to push it forward through Martin. Martin at the bottom of the pack there. Tackling pressure, Mackenzie Lee, and the umpire says, I'll have it on the far side. Rucks go at the contest. Tap down. Hands again through Martin. Kicks on the boot. This time, Beaconsfield got to find this goal. Got to find this goal in quick. There's only about 5 minutes to go in this third quarter. But North Ringwood now composing themselves down back. Ella Rhodes takes it on, but just kicks on the boot. Probably needs to take the player on because she's got the running power we've seen. And just goes straight to the Beaconsfield player on the far, far side. As she hands off to the running player. Going past, here's Rhodes again. And she takes a strong mark. Can do it all at the moment, Rhodes. Trying to find the best option here. Just on the wing, goes over the top of the player. Bouncing ball. And it's going to be a Beaconsfield free kick for last touch. And Kira Emery will have it. Dangerous hands to be in. She's been exceptional for Beaconsfield today. Good kick into the forward line. Bouncing over the back there. Good tackling pressure by Beaconsfield. Picks up here through Hodginiaki. Good tackling pressure by Rhodes. Has to be awarded an ears. Holding the ball there. It's a strong tackle. Here she goes. She goes one way, goes the other way. Back on the far side. Now decides to kick. It does work in her favour. Wilson picks it up. Hands out to the far side. Now they're looking at going through the centre, through into Dean. Dean kick on the boot. Wilson underneath it. Strong. Held. Yes, umpire says. Holding up the wrist there. Repeated the mark. So she goes for a kick in the centre, but only goes as far as Naomi Rice. Josh, I know you're looking at scores, so you just update us once you've got those scores around the ground, mate.
I will indeed, as Dean got the handball back to Wilson, who's pushed up the ground a little bit. Gets to the half-forward flank here. There's going to be a mark paid. I do have a couple of scores at half-time out at Surrey Park Reserve as well. Surrey Park 34-1 over Waverley Blues.
You start with that one.
Pretty happy with that one, I have to say. As North Ringwood, we go down boundary side to Kate Green.
Just North Ringwood player number 1, Redden. She's just off under trainer management, doing an assessment of her right knee.
Thank you for that, Kate. As it's a bit concerning as well, once again, for North Ringwood. They'll get the free kick here through Jessica Reed.
Well, Walters, was that?
It's it, or Walters, in fact. I beg your pardon. That's my bad. As she gets the kick inside 50 now. Out the back, North Ringwood through Terrell. The kick was smothered there. Well done by Ava Stillwell. There's numbers here for North Ringwood through Cooper, but a handball only finds Emery. Did really well. What a game she's had. Goes to centre wing. Couldn't find Natasha Bliss. It may trickle out of bounds here. It does. And in fact, it's going to be a North Ringwood free kick. Might have been touched off Natasha Bliss's boot. And they get the free kick here through the Saints, through Smith, Walters.
That's the one.
I've gotten her confused with Reed as she goes to the half-forward flank here. Couldn't find the hands of Forbes. On the ground, Hayes got the handball away. And they're inside 50 here are the Saints. Wilson out the back. Couldn't haul in the ball. Ogilvie managed to get a handball away to Wilson, whose handball is cut off by Robinson. And then the kick only finds the hands of North Ringwood, and Hayes gets it inside 50. Good intercept mark taken there by Naomi Rice, who goes back on her mark and looks to go to the far side out here. Mark taken instead by North Ringwood, and McInerney looking for Wilson. Good support from behind there from Robinson on the ground. Wilson can't completely control it. Her teammate does, looking for Dean. She'll get the ball back here, get the snap, and finds Ebony Cooper, who's also had a pretty lively third quarter as Cooper. She'll go back here. She might not have the distance as Beaconsfield get numbers back. Couple of North Ringwood players too. She gets the shot away. Really strong mark taken out the front by Beaconsfield, and they'll look to repel and potentially get a late chance, Scott.
Thanks, Josh. You've got to find the numbers out here, but in a good direction to Emery, but it falls out the back. Picks a nice pick up there by LaRocca. LaRocca spins one way, goes the other, just throws on the boot. But again, just no numbers on this wing side, or on this commentary side down the wing. So reset by Dean. Dean kicks it, but it's going to, I thought it was going to be intercepted there. But it's fallen towards Beaconsfield. They've got numbers around it. Ogilvy's just looking at it at the moment. Now takes on the run in through Gregory. Kicks on the boot. Here we go. Where's it bounce? Oh, that's a good tackle. But Rhodes, hands. Oh, big, strong tackle there. Ooh. Possibly a free kick. Dangerous tackle. And the Beaconsfield player just checking on the opponent. So that was Dunstan. Strong tackle, but yeah, umpire said a dumping tackle, and North Ringwood get their free kick. Now just finding where's the lead. Here's Wilson out the back. Oh, finds the front position, but just spills out of hands, and she might be awarded a free kick. This patch of grass has been stood on so many times today.
It's been tested.
There is feet mark embedded in there. They love that angle. Wilson hands it off to the running player, just going to fall short here. Where's it going to fall? Hands into Robinson, but it bounces off her into the North Ringwood player, and Beaconsfield apply the tackling pressure. And we'll have a ball up about probably 15 metres out on a slight angle, Josh.
There is the siren for three-quarter time. North Ringwood, they've extended their advantage. 2 goals to no score in that quarter. They lead 5-4-34 the Saints to Beaconsfield. 1-2-8, 2 goal kickers for the Saints there. Multiple goal kickers now, Ebony Ireland and Grace Higgins with 2 each. Eliza Wilson, the other goal kicker in that second quarter, and still Katie Angelis, the leading goal kicker for the Eagles, with the 1 goal coming in that first quarter. Well, the Saints, they continue marching towards a goal. They could potentially be in the 4 as well by the end of today, because Knox, they're scoreless against Baronia, the Hawks. They're 4-9-33 at halftime out there. So, well, there's a bit of a percentage gap, but with this scoreline, they'll definitely be on the same amount of wins as Knox if Knox aren't able to come back, and they could potentially be in the top 4 depending on percentage. This would be a massive boost for the Saints if they got the job done and potentially get into the 4 on the same day, Scott.
It's a fair effort and a good, good result for their effort as well. I think, from that second quarter, they've been exceptional. They've really sort of stepped up, taken it on, applied the pressure, and just kicked the goals as we sort of suggested. And probably that scoring difference that we sort of spoke about in pre-game, sort of having that differential is probably about right in 34-8. I just think Beaconsfield they just haven't been able to find those forward options, find the forward goals, and they've, again, their defence for Beaconsfield has been really, I've been super impressed with it. Credit to the girls there. But yeah, there's only sort of so much they can take, and it's obviously North Ringwood. Are they going to boost that percentage, or are Beaconsfield going to find maybe another goal or two just to try and close that gap?
We'll see what happens in that final quarter if they can close the gap, the Eagles, as we'll go to a break, our final break in the Deakin Uni Women's Match of the Round. When we return, we'll cross down to Craig Green and we'll bring you the fourth quarter of action out here between Beaconsfield and North Ringwood. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Deakin Uni Women's Match of the Round, live from Holm Park Reserve. A double header out here today for the women's and men's Match of the Rounds, and it's the Beaconsfield women taking on North Ringwood's women's side as we cross down boundary side to Kate Green, who was at both huddles in that three-quarter time address.
Just with both teams, look, same messages from both coaches all the way through. Just play their respective own games of footy, and just keep the focus on and just smart footy management. Also got a quick update on injuries for you. Number 35 for Beaconsfield, with tight hammies. She is going to start on the bench at the moment and then see where she feels. Number 12 for Beaconsfield is just tight quaddies and glutes. And then just for North Ringwood, number 1, right knee, it's an ongoing issue that will be managed. And number 35 for North Ringwood, she's fine, okay after being dumped in that tackle.
She's copped a bit, has Tegan McInerney today as well. She's
Absolutely.
done really well, and she's been probably one of the better players as teams are starting to get into
Uh,
position now. The reserves for both Beaconsfield and Moorbark just running off the ground. Of course,
Oh, sorry, Josh.
That's
That's a big Taryn Johnson. I think she's coming off, and she is sort of struggling as well. Just sort of seeing as she's been really good in the ruck for them, and so they're going to have to switch things up, which isn't exactly what Beaconsfield wanted in this
that's
in this fourth
number
quarter.
12, Johnson. She's the one with the tight glutes and back.
Yes.
So
Sorry.
she's ongoing management as well.
Sarah hobbling off, so we'll have a rucks go at the contest here. Matechi, she's been exceptional for North Ringwood in the ruck, but good tap down there for Beaconsfield. This is exactly what they're after. Can they find the first goal just to get them back in the contest? Falls at the feet there. Here we go for Beaconsfield, but a good tackling pressure by Matechic, and we just don't really go much further, and we'll have a throw up. So Matechic tries to win the ruck contest this time. Iconi picks it up, but tackled straight away by Hojniaki. Name were called, both those girls' names were called today a lot. And ruck goes at it, falls on the far side there through Forbes. Forbes trying to win the contest. It's not going much further. Good pressure by both sides at the moment. Josh.
Yes, we've got some scores from around the grounds. Out at Springfield Park, Whitehorse 4-3-27, South Croydon 5-2-32. An interesting contest happening out there at Springfield Park as North Ringwood get the clearance, find Walters, gets the kick away and finds her teammate who got the handball looking for Mackenzie Lee. Did well to evade Georgia Dunstan. Got the kick to true centre half forward. It'll be cut off here. Naomi Rice looking for La Rocca. Couldn't find her. And Walters will latch onto this ball. Get the kick inside 50. Robinson couldn't haul in the mark. She has plenty of time on ground level and clear their defensive lines. Not for long though. Ikone, who's done a good job marshalling that wall across centre half forward, has Ikone. Goes out wide to Lee. Got a player all on her own in the forward pocket, and that's Kayla Terrell. Will look for the handball over the top to Wilson. She does get the handball away, but it's only to a Beaconsfield opponent. And Wilkinson clears her lines. Bounced on its point and Mackenzie Lee couldn't haul in that ball. Kick clearing there from Dunstan. Only finds the hands of Walters. Did really well. Gets the kick away. Found her teammate in Emma Hayes. And, well, she's only played the 2 senior games this year, actually. I managed to do my homework, and she's yet to kick a goal. As she comes in now, looks decent off the boot. Doesn't have the legs, though. Wilkinson at the front of that pack. Wilson got the shot on goal, but gave away the free kick. I think it's a
free kick before it.
It might have been a holding free kick, it looked like. A free kick nonetheless to Beaconsfield, who look to clear their defensive line, Scott.
Thanks, Josh. So Beaconsfield just need to find this scoring option. We've played 3 minutes into this final quarter. On the far side this time, kick on the boot, but it's only going to go straight to the... Oh, it fell through the hands of Ogilvie. I thought North Ringwood were going to bounce back there. Beaconsfield now looking into the centre. Player presents in Dunstan, but it cuts off in front of her, and Beaconsfield take the mark. That's through Martin, kicks it. Player down for North Ringwood, but she gets back up on her feet, and North Ringwood take the mark and look on the far side. Now looking through the centre, but only goes as far as Taylor, and Taylor for Beaconsfield. Assessing her options up here. She's got Dunstan on the near side here. Possibly going to find her. She's got her. Good. Oh, I thought she took the mark, but well done by Lee. Mackenzie Lee hands it off to Oconee. Oconee on to the commentary side here, bouncing. Where is it going to fall? Two players tackle on Beaconsfield player through Ferguson, and the umpire says, "I'll have it." Matetic in the ruck. Good tap down. She gets her own ball back as it goes off the shin of Oconee. Matetic just swings at the ball, picking up Walters. And umpire says that's a free kick, too high. So Walters, just centre of the ground, kicks it. In front, it's bouncing ball there, Cooper. Where's it go from here? Cooper trying to get hands on, but well done again by Beaconsfield defence through Stillwell. Falls over the top of the players there. Oconee chasing at it, just taps at it with her feet. Players pick it up now and apply the pressure. She was considering kicking it along the ground there, Hartfield, but good tackle by Oconee. Matetic, again, finding that front position for the ruck, using her body well. Kick of the ball. Good spoil there by Robinson. Kicks it, only goes a metre as it's spoiled, and now bounces out the far side. That could have been a free kick for La Rocca, but she takes it on. Running, continuing to run on that far side. Ball sort of spills for her, needs the help of her player in support there. Throwing of the ball. The umpire says a free kick. Now it's going.
Boundary sling tackle awarded and favouring Beaconsfield.
Thank you, Kate. Yeah, La Rocca. It was, I thought it was going to be dropping the ball, but the sling and kicks on the far side here. Beaconsfield finding a nice bit of play. Just got to find a score here just to close that gap. Good kick in front there was Hodginiaki, but it spills. Oconee kicks it right into the centre of the ground. Balls at feet. Beaconsfield again trying to clear it through Stillwell. Tapping now. North Ringwood just want to push it forward. Takes on the player and good tackle there Samantha Wilkinson. Strong tackle, Josh.
She's done really well today, Samantha Wilkinson, in defence. Has been a consistent performer all year as Wilkinson, as she gets the handball away to Ava Stillwell. Up-and-coming prospect for Beaconsfield. It's at centre wing, far side, and North Ringwood get a kick forward off the ground. But they can't advance any further forward, and it's going to be wrapped up in the middle of Holm Park Reserve. Good tackle applied there on North Ringwood's Carly Forbes, as we'll have a ball up. Matechic didn't win that tap, but North Ringwood win the clearance through Walters. He gets it to the half-forward flank here. Wilkinson, again clearing her lines, but only to Matechic. Terrell in the middle of the ground. Got the handball away. Ebony Cooper gets it inside 50. Wilson was around that ball. Couldn't find Hayes. And Beaconsfield will clear their defensive lines. Hochniaki, really good mark on the run taken there. Possibly Beaconsfield's best today in midfield as she gets it to the half-forward flank here. Couldn't find Gregory. Rhodes. Oh, what a game she's had. Evades another couple of would-be North Ringwood tacklers and gets the ball back here. Plenty of space. Will try to evade Kira Emery. She doesn't. Got the handball away to Hayes. A very dangerous kick, but North Ringwood have the numbers, and Taylor Dean looks for options inside 50. Wilson couldn't haul in the mark, neither could Robinson. Beaconsfield have the numbers on the ground. Mirigliani around this will pick up the ball and try to evade Ebony Island. She does. Her kick will be cut off. There's going to be a free kick here, and it's going to go to Beaconsfield as the trainers start to run onto the ground. She's a bit slow to get up. Out here is the Beaconsfield player, which is something you really don't want to see, Scott, is...
Yeah, I don't. It wasn't intentional. I think both players were sort of going for a high up and under ball and then crashed into Beaconsfield players. So obviously that's the reason the free kick. But both seem to be going for it fair in flight of contest. So we're just going to have a stoppage in play here for the moment, just while we work out the injury.
Let's quickly go around the ground, seeing as though we have a bit of a stoppage. Whitehorse now lead against South Croydon, 5-4-34. South Croydon 5-3-33 now. Dylan Smith tipped Whitehorse on Female Footy Focus. I tipped South Croydon. If they go down here, this is their third loss of the South Croydon, and their first loss outside of any side beneath them this season, and it would be a massive confidence booster for the Pioneers. And
just quickly, Josh, showing you players up, which is a great sight. She's going to come off the ground straight away. So I think the umpire might just wait till she comes off, or reset it now.
That's great, and she's running off the ground too, which is great to see, as the free kick will go in the direction of Kira Emery with 11 minutes left in this final quarter. Got a Shepherd, got the kick away into centre wing. No mark taken. North Ringwood, again the numbers. Ella Rhodes takes it on as always. Got the kick away. Cut off there by Zoe Davies. Another young prospect from this Beaconsfield lineup, and one of many that have come through the juniors out here at Beaconsfield. She finds LaRocca, who's got Talbot down the line, finds her. One of a couple of Berwick juniors is Paige Talbot. Of course, Berwick right across the creek out here from Beaconsfield as Talbot goes down the line. And we're going to have a free kick to North Ringwood, as we're joined now up top here by Moorebuck senior men's coach Brett Lavers and Caden Mackey. Mackey's going to join us for the pre-game for the Eastland match of the round, which is very exciting. As the kick down the line finds the hands of Hayes. Emery tried to apply the tackle, did really well. Into the middle of the ground she goes, finds Mackenzie Lee all on her own. Takes a bounce, got the handball away, but it's all Beaconsfield here. Good strength there from the Beaconsfield player. Finds her teammate, Hannah Gregory. Couldn't receive the tap from Angelis. And there's going to be a throw paid here. Beaconsfield will receive the free kick through Gregory. Couple of one-on-ones inside 50 now. She gets a decent fist of it. The mark not taken. Had hands on it. Got the tap forward. Rhodes latching onto this. What a game she's had, and she's done well once again. Got the short kick to Ikone, who's also had a great game, but they can't clear their defensive lines, North Ringwood and Beaconsfield. Trying to find Courtney Robinson, the captain, couldn't take hands on the mark, and guess who? Ella Rhodes found Walters. I nearly got that name mixed up again, Scott. There's a free kick being paid for North Ringwood. I'll let you continue us on here with 9 minutes left in this match of the round between Beaconsfield and North Ringwood.
Okay, Speaker Walters, good kick, out towards Lee. This time Lee trying to find her options. Go to the presenting player, bouncing ball in Ireland. If Ireland wins it, got hands in front, which she does to Ogilvie. Ogilvie can't get it clean. Good pick up there by Mirilani.
Boundary.
And down to Kate Green, boundary side.
Just a update on number 15 for Beaconsfield, Hodgenacki.
Yep.
She's just being managed by the trainers at the moment. She has immediate swelling just in the middle of her brow, above her nose, and they're just managing that and assessing her and seeing how she is.
That's a big out. Thank you very much, Kate Green. Hodgenacki's been really impressive for Beaconsfield, one of the standout players for them. So a big out at the moment, and we've only got 8 minutes to go, so she may not return to the field, you wouldn't think, at this stage, unless Beaconsfield can find a few goals. But North Ringwood just going through. Good tackle pressure there by Martin, and the umpire says that's holding the ball. Really nice tackle by Casey Martin. I've called her name a number of times today. Here we go. Oh, good flight at the ball there by Emery. Another one we caught in a strong tackle as well. The umpire says play on, and she's feeling the pinch on a calf there, Emery. She is struggling to get up. I don't know whether it's cramp or she put her on a fair pressure there. No, she's back up and running. Good to see, good to see. She says she's all right to the trainer. Been a few little niggles. The trainers are about to work for their day today. The umpire says it's my ball. So pleased to see Emery. She's been exceptional for Beaconsfield.
She's probably been Beaconsfield's best on ground.
By far.
Just that class. It's been on show, Scott.
Yeah, and now North Ringwood. Where can they go from here? They're trying to get it into their fourth line through Bailey, but Bailey's ball gets spoiled. Takes it on there is Dean. Just throws it on the boot. Attacking player at the front, just Ireland. It drops to now hands onto the near side here. Kick on the boot, but it's going to go. Oh, it's going to bounce back towards the North Ringwood goal. Good attack of the ball there for North Ringwood. Now Beaconsfield really under pressure here. Hartfield's going to have to do her best work to try and get it out. Possibly a free kick. No, umpire says I'll have it, and we get a throw up. So we've got 6 minutes to go. North Ringwood lead 5-4-34 to Beaconsfield 1-2-8. It's in the North Ringwood forward pocket line here. Hands over to Forbes. Forbes can't get it clear. Beaconsfield surround her. Stacks on of Martin. Martin, good tackling pressure. She just thrives for the ball, and again, she's had a really good game and a really good fourth quarter. We've called her a bit, Josh.
She has had a really good contest as Martin, and going to play a key role as she gets her hands onto this ball. Ogilvie applies the tackle, and we'll have another ball up. Deep in Beaconsfield's attack, North Ringwood's attacking territory as well as Dunstan did really well with that burst of speed, and she'll get a free kick here. Sling tackle paid there for Dunstan as she goes out wide here looking for Wilkinson. She's had a really good final quarter and a good first quarter too. She kicks it to herself off the ground. Couldn't follow up her own work. Tackle there by Dean. And there's going to be a free kick paid here in the direction of the North Ringwood captain, who immediately plays on. They're inside 50 now looking for Ireland. Couldn't find her. Out the back there was Hartfield. Is there a holding free kick? No, there wasn't. And applying the tackle there.
It's a great viewpoint from up here. We've obviously got it right behind the umpires. Can see all the free kicks they're calling. Great camera work over to our right there as well. So exceptional view from up here. So if you're tuning in to YouTube and Facebook. We've got the senior men's game as well later this afternoon. But at this moment, we're here for the women's, and kicks on the far side. Here we go. Where's the umpire going to see it? You can see the ball's being pinged. Umpire happy to play on. Umpire says that's a free kick. You saw what we were seeing there, and that was holding the ball, no attempt to get rid of it. So Beaconsfield on far side, exceptional camera work, exceptional. So kicks to the centre, no, goes far side, it just pops up and under. Now North Ringwood just want to kick it forward. Now Beaconsfield trying to rebound out. Just an up and under kick in front. Oh, a slight push. No, umpire says play on. Thought that was given a free kick there for Forbes, but no, umpire says I'll have it. Right on the far side of the wing. It's been played over that far side a fair bit. Nothing's come commentary side this quarter much, so finding it hard to get forward Beaconsfield, and North Ringwood finding the clean possessions and the running plays, which they do here. They've got numbers on, just need to hand off to the running player, but good pressure there for Beaconsfield. They're tapping it out. Now they're trying to get it out. Can't get it any further. Emma Ferguson tackled, and the umpire says I'll have it. So throw up here. 3 minutes to go in this game. North Ringwood are going to get the 4 points. And it's been a good game. It's been a tight contest. We go boundary side. Kate Green.
Shout out to the trainers on both teams, because basically this game they've been totally flat out with management of soft tissue, cramps, tightness. So big shout out to the trainers.
Yeah, they've done an exceptional job, and said that they've been called on a fair bit in this game, and not by spite or anything. It's just been a fast, hard game, and now taking it on through Mirilani out to far side LaRocca. Another one we've called, and she's done well. Just good tackling pressure there by North Ringwood. They're not stopping at the moment, Josh.
LaRocca has presented a really good option from the wing as North Ringwood get it inside 50. Samantha, in fact, no, that wasn't Wilkinson. That was Jessica Harfield that takes the intercept mark, goes to the half-back flank, looking there for Martin. They get it inside 50, though, North Ringwood through Walters as Wilson working around this one. Naomi Rice taps it out of bounds.
Don't know if you can hear on the sound effects, but the party's getting started. Brett Beston will be thrilled with the tunes being pumped at the moment. He will be loving what's being played. This is actually one of his favourite hits, he told me, so I don't know if the mic can pick it up, but the boys are up and about.
I'm pretty excited as well about the tunes as Beaconsfield clear their defensive lines. There is some really good toof music down there.
Brett loves it.
Yeah.
One of his favourites.
There's an in-the-back free kick. Thank you for that, Kate. As there was a bit going off the ball. Beaconsfield get it to centre wing, but cut off. Guess who? Ella Rhodes gets it inside 50. Looking for Ebony Island. Finds her. Gets the handball over the top to Cooper. What a play this would be. Is it a goal? It's just a minus score.
Thought it was.
I thought it was too.
That all led up because of Rhodes as well. Like, you know, she stand out. Like,
she's the best
today.
on ground.
Best on today. Country Mile. She's been happy to take the game on. She's presented really well and found good options afield. Minutes to go, so Beaconsfield still haven't been able to find the scoreboard, which they needed to. They needed to at the start. Unfortunately, would have just composed themselves. They haven't scored either, but they've just held on and kicking forward. They might get one through here as Wilson takes a strong leading mark. She would be probably up there in the votes as well. Slight angle here. It's wrecked my stats. I was hoping Ireland was possibly going to score it, but anyway, we'll see how she goes. Wilson on a slight angle, about 20 metres out. Good attempt at it, good kick. No, it's going to go far side, and that's a minor score. So that moves it to 5-6, 36 North Ringwood to 1 goal to 8 for Beaconsfield. We've played nearly the whole game, Josh. I'll let you have the last call.
Thank you, Scott, as Beaconsfield get the kick in through Emery, who's done it all this contest as Emery goes to the far side, as has been the case for most of this final quarter. Dean gives North Ringwood one last chance. Handball out here to Emma Hayes, who gets the shot on goal. It's there! A first goal for Emma Hayes, and there is the siren to end the game, and North Ringwood 6-6-42 defeat Beaconsfield 1-8. They all got around Emma Hayes, which is great to see. And while she deserved that goal as well, and North Ringwood thoroughly deserved this win. It was pretty much in their attacking territory from the 5-minute mark of that first quarter, really. Beaconsfield held up well, but unfortunately go down here in the Deakin Uni Women's Match of the Round by 34 points. A magnificent victory for North Ringwood, who, depending on if Knox didn't come back in their contest against Boronia out of Knox Gardens Reserves, they'll be locked on the same amount of wins as the Falcons and could potentially be on the same amount of percentage points or have a higher percentage than them, depending on how big the margin is out at Knox Gardens Reserve. But a terrific victory here for the Saints. I'm sure they'll sing that song loud and proud today, Scott.
Yeah, they will. And again, we spoke pre-game. We said Hoffman out. Scoring options where they're going to find it, but they've found it through Ireland, through Higgins, Wilson, and obviously Hayes at the end there. So no, very very good win by North Ringwood. Again, I've said it all game, but credit to Beaconsfield defence. The girls owe their defence a drink or two this afternoon, because they really kept the scoreline fairly well intact. It's not a blowout by any stretch. The defence held up really well, but like you said, the pressure that North Ringwood applied from probably about that 6-7 minute mark in the first quarter, you can only do so much for a whole game of footy before there's going to be scores on the board.
Yeah, there is. And North Ringwood's defence also held up well when Beaconsfield did manage to get it forward. They kept them scoreless from quarter time onwards. So you got to credit their defensive pressure as well as both the Beaconsfield and Holm Park Reserve sides run onto the ground. We cross down boundary side to Kate Green.
Just a concern for both teams moving forward. Both teams respectively have quite a lot of tight players that are now having soft tissue issues coming up, including tight managing hammies and calves and glutes and that. So it's just going to be a really interesting run into the pointy end of the season, because both teams are carrying these, as are quite a number of other teams.
Particularly for North Ringwood as well, who potentially could be playing finals. They'll want to manage those soft tissue injuries, but
I think they will play finals. I feel like after watching them today and just sort of seeing what they're capable of, I think a good selection of scorers.
Just got the coach of North Ringwood.
As Kate gets the headset onto Jules Hanson there. Jules, thanks for taking some time out of your post-game. Another great victory and a really great performance from the side.
Yeah, I think so. Everyone contributed right across the field, so really satisfied with that. And, like I said, we see improvement every week and different players bob up, so really, really pleased with today's game. And
keeping Beaconsfield scoreless after quarter time, that must have particularly pleased you.
One of the challenges we set for the back line, and they delivered. So, really pleased.
It's sort of, you've done well across all sort of facets in the mid, in the forward. And I obviously asked that question about having Hoffman out. And obviously looking at those scoring options you've had today, you've had Ireland, Higgins, Wilson and Hayes finally. Must be pleasing to have that flexibility in that forward line.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've got some, we had some really important players out today, and to be able to cover them, it's a credit to the girls. Look, we know, and we train for that, and we know we've got them covered. So, it's a credit to them and their preparation and their willingness to be flexible.
Well, congratulations on the win there, Jules. It's been a good victory and a great game to call. So thank you very much for your time, and enjoy singing the song.
Good on you. Thank you.
Thank you to Jules Hanson out there, and I'm sure he'd be very happy. As I have a score from Knox Gardens Reserve as well. At three-quarter time, Boronia 7-9-51 to Knox 1 straight 6. So they're probably full time out there as well potentially, but I don't unfortunately have the live ladder, but that is this victory is a significant percentage booster for North Ringwood, and the percentage might go down for Knox, so maybe they could potentially be in the 4 by the end of today, North Ringwood. So it'd be great to see. Let's have a look at some other scores around the ground. We've got Dill Smith up here, and he tipped Whitehorse on Female Footy Focus. They're up by 13 points still, 46-33. Yeah, and I tipped South Croydon too. I did say before, though, I was very tempted to change my tip to Whitehorse because of their inclusions, but...
No, you didn't.
But it looks like a massive victory there for Whitehorse, and they could potentially be in the top 4. We still don't have any scores from other games. Of course, out at Knox Gardens Reserves, Boronia, as I said before, 7-9-51 to Knox, 1 straight 6. No scores from Churnside Park and Park Orchards. Ringwood and the Basin starting a little later into 2nd Division. Last score from East Burwood Reserve, the Rams 4-2-26 to 1 straight 6. That was early on. No scores from Croydon North Emlock Blackburn. Surrey Park 8-6-54 to Waverley Blues, just the 2 behind. So a great performance there from the Panthers. And 2nd spot in 2nd Division is all theirs. And potentially could book in a spot for the double chance. And we've got a later kick-off between East Ringwood and Montrose. That game is under lights out there at East Ringwood Reserve. We're going to go to 3rd Division. No scores from the Basin and Kilsyth. I believe South Croydon won against Vermont. The Eagles reserve side unfortunately had to forfeit. Out at Mulgrave Reserve in the reserves game out there between the Eastern Devils and SBL Wolves. At 3/4 time, the Devils 13 to the Wolves 6. Into 4th Division we go now. And Moolbark 6-4-40. We're leading Nunawading 1-1-7. No scores from Mitcham Warrandyte and from Coldstream Wantirna South. But out at Tormore Reserve between Boronia Gold and Fair Park 11-6-72 at half-time. Led Boronia 1 straight 6. So a big victory for the Lions there. And if Nunawading didn't come back against Moolbark, they'll be in the 4 as well. It'll still set up a very juicy encounter between the two. Next week, the 2 Lions, Nunawading and Fair Park out there at Coonong Reserve. A battle for 4th spot out there. Well, that just about does us for the Deakin Uni Women's Match of the Round. Scott, it's been an absolute pleasure being able to call alongside you today. We need to do more often Women's Match of the Rounds, I reckon.
Thanks, mate. It's been really good fun today and a great game. We were expecting a good contest and we got it. North Ringwood just too strong, though, today and pleasing to see that they get their 4 points and keep their finals hopes alive.
They do indeed, as we thank Lee Green and Megan Green behind the camera as well. Continue to do great stuff. As you said, Scott, Megan doing an elite job behind the camera, and she'll do that for the Eastland Match of the Round, which will obviously also take place out here between Beaconsfield and Moolbark, and Kate Green on the boundary as well. She does a superb job down there, and she continues to do so. Will play a key role come for the rest of the season. And well, that does us for the Deakin Uni Women's Match of the Round. I'll say it again. Don't forget to tune into the Eastland Match of the Round out here between Beaconsfield and Moolbark. Pre-game kicks off at 1:15 with Ryan Long, Dylan Smith and Blake Tennant, as well as Caden Mackey from Moolbark joining us. Thank you for tuning in to the Deakin Uni Women's Match of the Round. It's Beaconsfield that went down to North Ringwood 42 to 8.